I'm huge. Hey everyone, it's Robert, and today we are reviewing WWE Legend Series Big John Studd. Now, younger fans may not recognize John. He was very early on in the Hulkamania years. His career was winding down. So, but he was good foil for Andre the Giant. His claim was he could not be slammed, and famously in WrestleMania 1, Andre slammed him. So there you go. Later on, Haiku, otherwise known as Ming, also slammed him. Yeah, but he was legitimately a big guy, and I mean, he was pretty cool, I thought. Pretty good heel. He was the first guy managed by Bobby the Brain Heenan, the Legendaire. And, yeah, so he's a welcome addition to the collection of the 80s wrestlers. And he comes with a nice robe, which is pretty spot on the one he wore to the ring. And, the hair does kind of get in the way. It doesn't sit right because of the hair. But that would be my one complaint. Of course, has his monogrammed S on the lapel, which back then was super fancy. I mean, that's a fancy robe right there. I mean, the only robes better were Ric Flair's. So, yeah, I mean, and to people now, he might seem slow and lumbering, but you gotta remember, it was a different time in wrestling. I mean, any top-to-top rope move was a big move. I mean, Savage's elbow and Steamboat's crossbody were huge moves back in those days. So, yeah, I mean, I guess the expectation wasn't set too high. But that doesn't mean he couldn't do the job. I mean, he did a great job as he was. I mean, he mastered the clubbing forearm. He was great at that. So, yeah, I always enjoyed him. I thought he was a good heel. And, yeah, I think he's a good figure and well represented. I saw John when I want to say it was 85, and I was still a kid. But I do remember him wrestling somebody. I don't know who. It was a house show, so, And it was really hard for me at the time to get my parents to take me to wrestling because they thought I was stupid because it's like, it's fake, right? And I'm like, well, St. Elsewhere is fake. That was our favorite show at the time, Hill Street Blues is fake, right? That was always my counter, so my dad hated that, but, he'd been once in a while, let me go see a wrestling show. So, yeah. Anyway, as I reminisce about how I conned my parents into letting me watch wrestling, I'm looking this over and I got to give it a rating. I'll give 4 stars. I think it's a really good representation of Big John Studd. Good likeness. I dig it. I mean, his would have been a hard one to pull off, and I think they pulled it off well. I mean, granted, it's a bit older of an elite, so it doesn't have all the bells and whistles. But still a good figure nonetheless. And I'm glad I got it. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for Infinite Realms today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You have a good one.